welcome to the Clashing of Steel. So today I am basically rushing for the victory. I spawned here basically at my base and I will be pushing towards the opposing base pretty much with all my power. This is one of those few fast cap matches which I actually hate, but then again I ended up in a situation where I just didn't want to go to the defense of my base and rather took chances of going offense. At first everything is fine when we're going at the watchtower. We have archers, spearmen, swordsmen. The usual. Pretty much still we get to the watchtower, everything is okay. We have a lot of numbers here. We unfortunately don't have many units to defend these archers, but still. The city is going quite offensive as well. I think their aggression is a bit too much. And as you can see, there are two opponents trying to move through the middle. Or the middle street, and they will be trying and going for our base as well. So, as usual, the elephants are creating the way. Creating the path, so to say. And there are a lot of opponents going into the city or nearby it. And perhaps now you can understand why I didn't want to go to the defense of the base. The spearmen were disconnected. I was the only one controlling them, and even the archers, well, they were doing their own thing. And, well, it's not much to expect when that catapult fails with so horribly placed stakes. Actually, I would love it if these archers would be moving with the spearmen. But they are doing their own thing, so just to be safe, I'm pushing with everything. And, well, the city streets are going to suffer, or already are suffering. And so I wonder, what has happened to the elephants? And oh, there they are, elephants fighting elephants. As glad as I am that they are winning, I still kinda feel their support was needed elsewhere. Or perhaps will be needed in a matter of seconds. These friendly archers could have easily used a street pocket to hide themselves and harass the opposing slingers and war dogs. But instead, they wish to be out in the exposed areas. Not surprised there. Opponents actually are nearing our base, so we need to prepare for that. We need to go full offense, full throttle, and not back down. I'm willing to send the spearmen, defend the archers along the way, and do as much capping as I can, but as it was to be expected, everyone just wants to do damage and no one cares about victory. Or perhaps no one even understands basics of map awareness. In many cases, even I may fail with map awareness. But it is just good to pay attention what is going on further away from you than just around you if you can and if you are not in an intense situation. The opponents are already capping and this is where we need to rush it. We need to basically push everything we can to the base. I will pop the phalanx trying to defend my swordsmen in hopes of doing something great. I did put them a bit too far away from each other, but I'm correcting that mistake right now. If the archers would have rushed it, this would have been such a fast victory. I think I told it in the chat that we need to go offense, we need to capture the base, but well, how many of players do read it? Like maybe half if you're lucky, probably even less. We could have gone to defend our base, but I just didn't want to do it, simply because I was the only one commanding these spearmen and I'm sure these archers would have messed them up somehow. So this was a rather short match, but let's still take a look at the scoreboard. So here it is, and surprisingly enough, the Germanicus was only one who earned a lot of score. Most of that was missile block, as it would be any surprise. Second was the elephant player who killed all the other elephants. Archer player in the town, and of course me and the other archer player who captured. Of course there was the Leonidas who DC'd and one other Germanicus player who was DC'd. Opposing swordsmen seemed to be the only one who were capturing. And the opposing team's Arminius, or Arminius with the horsemen, was the one who was trying to defend the capture, but against the spearmen he failed. Personally, I even earned some support score by just keeping the vision on the horsemen, which the archers damaged. I usually wouldn't suggest going for this fast capture because during that period, when you're going offense, opponents might already get at your base. But this was the only viable option for me, or only viable option that I saw. I just didn't want to control the spearmen alone, then lose control over them because other archers just don't want to stay inside the box or whatever reason. As I said, I don't suggest rushing. This was perhaps even a bit too aggressive for me, but it was the only viable option that I saw instead of just sacrificing the range units in some horrible way that it usually might go. Anyways, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.